Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we'll be talking about how I remain positive despite everything happening around. So I often get DMs where people are saying, "Oh Priscilla, I just like you, how do you always stay happy," and stuff like that. So I wasn't really aware that things that I do online could, be such positive impact on other people. So I'm just me, I just do me for fun and all that. So but I always get this DM all the time from different people saying, "I wish I could be this happy, what do you do to keep yourself happy?" And I say I really do not do anything special. There's nothing special I do. It's not really like a formula that I could write out and say, "Oh, this is what I do to keep myself happy all the time." No, I just do these simple things. Understand? I had to start thinking about it because people started mentioning it, because those things just come to me naturally. So I try not to put myself in situations that could, get me all worked up. Understand? I don't engage in conversation that will get me all worked up. So I try to remove myself. If I see you're a very negative person that likes talking negative, always complaining about one thing or the other, I try to avoid you. I tell people I really would not be in that space where someone is constantly complaining about stuff. So everybody has, one issue or the other, but in all, we just try to remain positive. That's what I do. I don't see how complaining ever solves any situation. So I try not to put myself in a complaining situation. So I try to also take myself out from people who are always in that, situation, always complaining, not having problems, but always complaining. So I try not to put myself in that situation. Then something I do differently as well is that I don't engage in conversations that could be very intense. Two of such conversation, let me give you an example: religious conversation and political conversation. I don't just get myself involved in those kind of conversation. It's not like I don't have opinions, but I wouldn't try arguing with people about my beliefs or my opinion or what I think. If I'm so pressed to want to have a conversation, I call my friends and I'm like, "Oh, this," and we have a way with which we talk about it. But I wouldn't all the time want to talk about those things. Those conversations can be very intense and charged. So because if you put yourself in those situations where you have to argue with somebody, you're just going to get worked up for nothing, and that's going to either spoil your day, spoil your mood, or stuff like that. So, and I also do things that really make me happy. Things like exercising is something that really excites me. I also like eating. Everybody knows that I like to eat. I like to drink wine. I like to hang out with my friends. I like to hang out with my family. So I'm always in that space with my friends, with my family. Everybody knows that already. Some people do know that already. Then I love sleeping as well. And I love my job. So when I'm working, I'm super excited. When I'm talking about what I do, I'm super excited. I'm always trying to give somebody one tip or the other on how they could do things differently. So my work, keep exercising, keeping fit, eating, sleeping, those are the things that I get myself engaged in. Even in a WhatsApp group, if it's something that is too charged, I just excuse myself from such groups or whatever. So that's what I try to do differently. So it's not, as I can also add that this is just me being me. It's just something I do effortlessly. Understand? I just try to be. I wake up every morning, I'm sharing memes, I'm looking for memes to share. At least on WhatsApp, everybody knows that I'm always sharing memes. It's just a conscious thing I do. I go to look for memes that are so funny, that get me excited, and I share them to my WhatsApp status, and people respond and all that. So it's so good that if my friend notices that I'm not doing something that they know I'm used to, they begin to call and say, hope you're okay, and I'll be like, no, I'm just taking a break and stuff. So they know that I'm always in this mood. I'm like, people will say, always hyper, understand? So it's something I do effortlessly. Doesn't mean that I've got my life figured out, but I just, for a very long time, I told myself, how does this help my situation? How does worrying help my situation? It doesn't in any way help me. So I just try to, you know, like I would tell anybody who ask, like people who ask me, I say I don't do anything differently. I just take myself away from situations that would make me sad. Understand? If it's a relationship, it's a friendship, if it's a space, if it's anywhere that you feel that as long as you're there, it's not making you happy, I think the easiest and the best advice I can give you is exit it. Then look for things that will make you happy. I'm not a motivational speaker, I'm not trying to motivate you either, but because this keeps coming, people keep asking me, that's why I decided to, you know, talk about it today. There's no formula to this thing. I just do me, you know. I just try to, luckily for me, I have the most amazing friends, you know. We try to, you know, build each other, try to elevate each other, you know. We talk about things that could take us to the next level. So because I think your association has got a lot to do in this situation, you understand? Who are the people you're associating with? Are they people who are always complaining, or are they people who, you know, lift your spirit up, you know? And also learn to, you know, go out more, you know. Just do something for fun, guys. Do something for fun. I'm not a motivational speaker, like I said, but I decided to address this because I often always get questions about on social media about why they always why it always seems like I'm always happy. Understand? I'm not faking it. It's just who I am. You know, anytime I get into any space, everybody knows that I'm there because, you know, I bring in my positive energy, like very positive, and, you know, I'll get the whole place pumped up and all that. So it's just me, you know, guys. So tell me what you do. I would like to hear from you. I don't mind. I would like you to tell me what you do to stay positive. I don't like discussing negative, you know, despite your situation, but what do you do to, you know, to keep going, to stay positive despite the traffic, no fuel situation, no cash situation and all that? So I would really like to hear from you, anybody that watches this. So kindly subscribe, you know, like, drop a comment, subscribe to this channel. I'll be talking more about myself, my job, you know, family life, you know, and all that. So thank you very much. I love you guys. Bye. Peace.